Good day, ma'am. I am Marian Esguerra from 3CRIA2-4 of Pinma Arroyo University from College of Criminal Justice Education. This video is all about the midterm laboratory exercise, which is semen analysis. The objectives I should meet are: explain the importance of semen analysis and analyze the forensic examination of semen. So first is, what is semen? Semen is also called as seminal fluid. That fluid is emitted from the male reproductive tract and that contains sperm cells, which are capable of fertilizing the female's eggs. So, yung semen is nanggagaling sa lalaki, which is, pagka napunta sa may egg cells ng babae, is na-fertilize siya and dun na nakikreate yung fetus. Next is the origin of semen. Semen is produced and originates from the seminal vesicle, which is located in the pelvis. So, yung kinalalagyan daw ng semen sa part ng lalaki is in the seminal vesicles, which is located in the pelvis. The composition of semen are citric acid, free amino acid, fructose, enzymes, phosphorylcholine, prostaglandin, potassium, and zinc. The nature of semen is based on the color of semen. Healthy semen is usually white or whitish-gray in color. Yellow semen may be nothing to worry about, but it may also be a sign of an underlying medical condition. And now let's talk about the sperm, which is part of the semen. The origin of sperm is in the male reproductive cell or gamete in anisomagous forms of sexual reproduction. And now let's talk about the composition of sperm. There is a tiny tubes in the testicle. The tubes, called the seminiferous tubules, house the germ cells that the hormones, including testosterone, the male sex hormone, cause to turn into sperm. So, makikita mo daw yung sperm sa maliit na tubes sa testicles, which is yung seminiferous tubules. Next is in the nature of sperm. Sperm consists of the head, which contains the nucleus, and a tail or flagellum, which contains mitochondria and drives locomotion. So, yung itsura daw ng sperm is meron siyang head and tails. And now, we have the presumptive test for semen. First is the visual and alternate light source. Through the use of ultraviolet light, semen can be detected with the naked eye in clothing. For example, dito sa may visual and alternate light source is through the use of yung ultraviolet light is makikita mo yung mga stains sa clothing or even sa damit or sa pwedeng sa kumot ng pinangyarihan ng krimen or ng rape case. And next is the acid phosphatase test. Acid phosphatase or AP is a water-soluble enzyme generally found in high concentrations in seminal fluid. So, dito naman sa may acid phosphatase test is merong ginagamit na liquid chemical and it will produce a dark purple color in less than a minute, and yun yung dun mo malalaman na yung sa kulay violet na color na yun is yun yung pinaka-stain ng semen. And last is the prostate-specific antigen or PSA. It is now used to indicate the presence of semen in forensic serology. The semen of adult males has PSA levels far in excess of those found in other tissues. Therefore, a high level of PSA found in a sample is an indicator that semen may be presented. So, dito naman daw sa may prostate-specific antigen, ito yung mga usually na ginagamit na ngayon para makita yung presence ng isang semen sa forensic serology. And now, let's talk about the confirmatory test. First is the Christmas tree stain. It is the positive identification of sperm cells. There are two reagents to use to produce distinctive stain. First is the picroindigocarmine stains. Neck and tail of the sperm cell is green and blue. So, yung itsura naman daw nitong picroindigocarmine stains is yung pinaka-head ng sperm cells is color green and yung tail is color blue. And the second is the nuclear fast red. The sperm's head and a chromosomal cap with red and pink. So, dito naman, yung itsura naman daw ng sperm cell is, yung head niya is color red and color pink naman yung tail ng sperm. Next is RSID semen strip test. This is similar to pregnancy test. The RSID semen test identifies the presence of seminal vesicle-specific antigen. So, kung familiar na kayo sa pregnancy test, yun na yun din yung itsura ng RSID semen strip test. Pagka magpa-positive siya, malalaman mo na semen yung fluid na yun pagka nagkaroon ng dalawang guhit, which is positive yung ibig sabihin. And now, let's talk about on how to collect the DNA evidence with semen. First, use cotton swab to absorb liquid semen. Dry the swab before packaging it in a clean envelope, then sealed it. Next is submit small and dry suspected semen stained objects in the laboratory. Make sure to pack it in clean envelope and sealed it. Third is document the scene, like photograph and video the area and written documentation. Fourth is process evidence at the crime scene. Make sure to identify, collect all evidence, then preserve it, inventory, package it, and transport the evidence. Fifth is complete the recording, the scene investigation. Make sure that everything in investigation is complete, right, and accurate, then submit the reports. What is the importance of semen analysis in criminal investigation? The identification of semen is a great value in medical legal practice like rape cases or sexual assaults. The primary aim of semen forensic analysis is to sample and examine smears or other biological material taken from the assailant, the victim, or stains found on clothes and or other evidences that located in the crime scene. In cases of sexual assault, 2 steps are required: locate the stain and prove the identity. Semen analysis can also help in successfully linking semen to a suspect through DNA typing. So, through semen analysis, ma-identify natin yung pinanggalingan nung semen na yun. For example, is may nakitang liquid semen sa pinangyarihan ng crime scene, which is yung rape case, and pwede natin kunin na evidence yun. Tapos is i-examine natin yun. Then malalaman natin kung yung pinaghihinalaan ba natin na suspect is sa kanya galing yun. Then it will prove that the suspect is really guilty. Again, I am Marian Isguera from 3CRIA2-4 and this video is presented to Dr. Elenita G. Cuenca, a forensic chemistry and toxicology professor. The objectives I met are explain the importance of semen analysis and analyze the forensic examination of semen. Thank you,
1, 2, 3, come on!